I'm in the mood to making a YouTube video, so today I'm gonna take my new multi-effects pedal. Uh, it's not brand new. It's brand new to me, but it's been out for a few years now. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to write a guitar riff if you turn your brain off a little bit and you have just enough effects to play with, but not so much that you have a paralysis by analysis. So going into this, I'm coming up with a plan. I have zero effects on at the moment. It's basically just the direct signal going to my amp. So I'm basically just going to slowly build an effect and then just play around with it until I come up with some sort of a guitar riff and maybe a secondary riff to go along with it, and then hopefully it'll sound pretty decent. Maybe it's something that can be tweaked that can actually be made very, very well. But I just kind of want to show you how just building, how my kind of sort of technique on building an effect and just kind of playing with it until you kind of come up with some sort of new idea. So just honestly, the first thing is just what do you feel like playing with? You know, like right now, for some reason, I don't really play with delay pedals that much. And one of these delay pedals is, this has a Terra echo built into it. Yeah, so I'm just basically playing around with whatever scale and whatever feels right with the effect. Um, I kind of have these at pretty high settings for the Terra. So now I'm gonna do a modifier because I almost 90% of the time I'm playing with just rumble distortion. So literally, I am just playing with effects that I never touch, just to get out of my comfort zone, out of whatever habit, because it's so easy for me to write a metal riff that I'm trying to push myself outside of that specific genre. And the easiest way to do that is just to have a bunch of different effects that you can play with. That's not just a million effects. Like this thing, the reason why I like this thing more than like a lot of your other effects pedals today and a lot of your plugins is because you don't have so many options that you lose focus on what you're doing. You kind of just say, all right, there's a distortion. Do I want distortion? All right, here are the different types of distortions. All right, do I want a chorus? All right, let me turn it on and off. Let me see how I feel about it. Let me see how I feel about the reverb. Actually, speaking of, I'll turn on reverb before I turn on the chorus. I want a lot of reverb. Kind of nice. Let's put on... Let's turn on an octave. Because it sounds weird. Too much reverb. It sounds almost interesting. Let me. For some reason, that it kind of just gives me like a video gamey sound. Now I turn on the fuzz, and fuzz is kind of a fun effect. And just the effect changing kind of changes the way that you play. I don't know why I always try to add a little diminish. I play too much metal. I don't know why, but I was just thinking of Link or like Mario or some shit. But yeah, I mean, is it a cool riff? It's unique. Is it something that I'm definitely gonna write a whole song with? Maybe not. But that was 10 minutes of playing around, and I kind of came up with a sound that in my head, you know, I was thinking of like a very difficult video game level, and like the whole reason why I had that whole diminished part was because I wanted to have part of the song maybe have a little bit of suspense. But just a little bit of speed writing, just a little bit of boredom, just a little bit of, hey, here's what changing a couple of the effects around can how your effects affect your playing, and kind of letting it dictate how you're going to play, and kind of letting it give you a vibe. This is basically just my writing method, is just kind of going over a lot of different techniques, like when I'm learning a new technique or when I'm learning a new song. What happens when I play it so much that I'm just trying to play with it, or when I'm playing with an effect so much that I'm just trying to play with it, and just trying to enjoy the process until you kind of come up with something that sticks. So 10 minutes came up with like, okay, riff. It's kind of very loopy, sure. Is it something that we can put on a whole song? Maybe a weird song, sure. Could it be tweaked? Absolutely. Is it fun? Yeah, I had a fun time doing it. I don't look like I have a fun time doing it because I don't change my facial expressions. But I had fun, and you had fun too. And if you didn't have fun, fuck you.